Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do the Punisher War Journal issue number 29 from Marvel Comics. It's been made by Mike Baron and Mark Texeira, who is, in my opinion, one of the best Ghost Rider artists. There's a couple of more, of course, but I grew up with Max Texeira's work, and he has some very unique visuals that I really, really like. So we start here with the Punisher with his cool, skull logo helmet, and he's driving on a highway on the Long Island Express, and then he gets a visitor because there's another one jumping, I don't know, over him or something, with very high speed, and he has just a new bike and that he wants to test. So the Punisher says he must be doing a 140 at least, probably some kind of a modified race bike. Let's find out. So he pursues him, but then I don't know what happened here. I mean, is this part of a helmet, or did he has an open visor and smoke something? But then he's gonna blaze, and then Punny says he's a human candle, and he explodes. Great looking explosion, and he looks and puts off the helmet and he says, Ghost Rider? Then Ghost Rider suddenly appears. He says, I may burn, but I never crash. Follow me. Okay, so there are some kind of a bridge, and they talk to each other that Punisher said he came from Roaring Island. Now, what is Roaring Island? Roaring Island, according to the Marvel database, is a creation of the tribe, and a tribe is a group of people that are driving in, vehicles, cruising independently, and I believe there's also criminals, and then he's following them, and there is a rumor that, according to Frank here, a monstrous mechanical juggernaut comprised of dozens of smaller vehicles. I thought it was just an urban legend. Ghost Rider confirms that it's no legend and that he wants, have vengeance. I mean, that's a shtick. And basically, Punisher wants to work with him, with this case, but Ghost Rider says, I do not answer to you, I ride alone. Okay, sure, okay, why not? But also Punisher tells that there is a new designer drug going around called Spin, and it's made of a mobile lab concealed in a semi, the heart of the Roaring Island. So probably the riding lab is the Roaring Island. And I thought to myself, maybe Roaring Island, is that some kind of a state, or is that a thing? But I learned eventually what it is, as I told you, because, I'm going to show you a little bit later. And he also says that the members of the so-called tribe deliver Spin at any hour. Could be daylight, could be nighttime, but they're always cruising on motorcycles, right? And but he also says that there is a concert called, the band is called Aerostar, and it seems that the singer called Hovel House is a notorious junkie, and he has been a media for a very long time, and that's probably to attract people to his work. I'm not sure. So and he's a crackhead. Basically, he's a perfect target for the tribe. And Ghost Rider says, I ride alone. And then he pisses off. Meanwhile, Frank goes to Microchip, and so he gets some information about the Roaring Island, and it seems that he is, or the vehicle, because it's a vehicle, a tank basically, has different abilities. He is invisible to cameras. He can shut down electronics. He has some kind of a coding that made him very, hard to see, etc. And so Microchip whips up some kind of a device, and then Punisher falls asleep. But he gets from Ma, I don't know who that is, maybe an old-time acquaintance, and he says, or he or she says, better start taking these. time-release anti-accelerants and thorazine to counteract spin. But Frank doesn't know what that means. I mean, he says, I'm not taking any drugs, so why I need to take these pills. But he does it anyway, so he drinks it with a little bit of milk, and then he goes to the concert. But he's getting rejected by the bouncers because the bouncer says, well, you don't have a ticket and you look a little bit too old to go to Aerostar, which I think is ridiculous because concerts are for everyone. Doesn't matter how old or young you are. Yeah, Frank is waiting, and then there's this guy here coming with a motorcycle, and he has an appointment with the singer. So he's being put through, and yeah, they are changed some drugs here. But then when this delivery boy is going away, he's getting halted by they say a rent-a-cop. I don't know. Well, I know what a rent-a-cop is, but we don't have that here much. But this guy is on drugs and he's going crazy and shoots him. So Punisher decides to do something about it, but he realizes there's a lot of people in here, so he can do anything. So he takes the bike and follows him, and Palmieri. Maybe it's an Easter egg. I don't know. So Punisher says that the driver is acting crazy. He's not looking where he's going. So yeah, probably the drugs. And he's also doing some bouncy, flippy things. Pretty good, by the way. But then Punisher is also being followed by other members of the tribe, and they are shooting at him. It looks freaking fantastic. I love the kinetic art. There's a lot of speed lines. There's not much of a background. That's a downside. I mean, I love his work, but it needs more backgrounds. But that's my small detail, right? Or it's a bit, well, no, it's not really small because I like backgrounds and I make a big deal about it. But let's move on. And what's this vehicle, by the way? It looks freaking awesome. How does that work when you are driving this fast? Doesn't matter. He's getting shot, but I love these sound effects. But then, he's getting saved by none other than a Ghost Rider. He jumps on top of this car, and he makes it explode. That looks freaking awesome. And look at his face, man. It looks so stunning. It looks so epic. I mean. He says, "Thanks, Ghost Rider. I didn't think you care. Not for you, Punisher. I did it for the innocent motorists." Well, okay, but then they also being followed by cops because, shooting and etc. But then Ghost Rider says, "I need to." No harm must come to them. So, he protects the innocents, and cops are, according to him, are innocent, and they are. And he says, goodbye. So he jumps away, but he leaves Punisher behind because the bullets hit his tank, and he doesn't have a gas anymore. He says, hey, you could give me a ride. But Punisher's already away, going away. Or he's gone, I mean. But then this happens. My electronica system just gonged out. Is that a word? Gonged out? Probably a 90s word. And then the cops come out and he says, you need to lie on your stomach and stretch your arms out. He says, I can't lay down with my fucking helmet on. Then take your helmet off. But then all the electronics going out. And then this happens. Oh no! Wait a minute! Just a little bit too soon. So there's other cars, and somehow the electronics is falling out, causing the cars to crash into other cars. I'm not sure how that works, but probably their ignition is turned off by those. I believe whatever is happening, and he pulls up his visor, and he says, "I'm not the problem." He's telling the cops. Hear it? That turbine, like wine coming down the pike. What do you think knocked out the electronics, everyone's electronics? And there's a big sound and everybody's shaking. And then this freaking monstrosity is coming out of nowhere, crashing into everything. And look how freaking monstrous big this thing is. Looks amazing. What a creation. It's Wow, just great. But then well, whoever is probably people of the tribe is shooting the cops, uh, and then there's some kind of a grenade and it hits Frank, and then he is passing out, and then it leads us to the next issue that I have here. This is a two-parter, by the way. So yeah, let's see what happens in the next issue. I love this bonkers storyline. It's well, it's not weird or amazing or funny or bad. It's just a story, but the way it's been handled and it's being told is, yeah, it's very over the top, and I like that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked the video, and yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.